Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Viegas for Fight Up TV, being joined with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, you got this fight coming up November, but against an opponent that we were hoping was someone else. I know it's been frustrating because you've been wanting these fights. Just overall, what's your reaction to Frank declining the fight? Bob told me that it was an over $1 million payday for him to fight you.
Like I said before, I can't force these fighters to get in the ring. He was gonna make quadruple more than what he made in his career, his highest payday. So for him to turn me down, then turn down a title shot, he better hope that he ever get that opportunity again, because opportunities like that only comes once in a lifetime.
Did you see his reasoning as to why he said no to the fight? I know there was a video circulating on social media. Did you get a chance to see it?
Yeah, it was really bad. He kept saying about me getting $8 million and all this extra stuff that he read on Twitter. He just made himself look real bad in that video. He let the world know that he was ducking me when he did that video, and I think everybody was able to read between the lines.
So then everything that he said was completely false then on his end.
I mean, it was clearly false. $8 million, do the math. Yeah. Like, really think about it and do the math. Like, come on now. $8 million. If I was offered $8 million, I mean, once again, I did the math with Gilly on $1 million worth of game. Yeah. Devin would have had to get $24 million. So if he believed that lie that Twitter made up or somebody else in social media made up, you could tell why he didn't fight me. He kept telling me about that I was getting more than what I was telling him I was getting, and that's a lie too. I told him exactly how much I was getting, which I didn't have to share my purse with that guy. I didn't have to tell him the numbers and explain to him none of that stuff. But I just did it because I wanted to make the best available fight, and the fans got hyped about the name, so I wanted to get the name in the ring. So, like I said, once he did what he did, he ducked the fight. I'll fight anybody.
You reached out to him personally then, kind of like how Bud reached out to Errol to make that fight.
I DM'd him. Yeah. I DM'd him on Instagram, and we had a conversation. We was talking, and I explained to him every number, and he still asks for more. And his more, which I was trying to explain to him, is half the money of it's 50% basically. And I kept trying to tell him you're asking for 50%. So it's like, how you gonna ask me for 50%? It don't even make, you haven't done nothing in the sport of boxing. I don't want to hear about he has never been in a title fight. He has never been in a boxing match where it was a real title on the line. So I done that numerous times in my career.
Where do you think all that is coming from? I know he's promoted by Errol. And he's with PBC, but do you think that's kind of trying to make a play with him and Tank or something like that? Or
I think that got to do with him in general. I don't think that got to do with Earl, nobody else, with Man Down Promotions, because of the fact that the fight was accepted. So if I had to use my common sense, I would say they was willing to make the fight happen. It came down to Frank not not wanting to make the fight happen.
What would have happened?
I would have beat it. Actually, I told him this in the DM.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I told him. I said I was gonna beat the shit out of you. So you made a smart move by not fighting me.
Did he respond?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, you just talking and da da da." I just comment back with a the little emojis you put on the DM. Yeah. I comment back with a little duck emoji.
Did he say anything after that?
Nah, we just left it there.
What happened there, Bob? What can you tell us as to why they said no to the fight?
Well, we made a deal with Tom Brown, and it would have guaranteed Martin 6 or 7 times more than he ever made.
$1 million, right?
Over $1 million. And Tom Brown closed the deal in good faith, and then the kid said he wasn't going through with it. Nothing you can do about it. That's it. What was in Martin's mind, I really don't know. Unfair if I said it, but it wasn't Tom Brown's fault. So we went to the next available guy, as we were directed to do by the organization, WBC, and the next was DeSantos. And so a lot of people say it's a better fight than Frank Martin. Be that as it may, that's the fight we have.
Did Tom Brown or any representatives from TGB tell you like why exactly he said no, or they just said like, hey, he doesn't want to take the fight?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell do we care? What the reason was, if there was a real reason.
Before we get into this fight, Shakur, some say this could be potentially a better fight style-wise, but overall, you look so different than like maybe 4 years ago when I interviewed you. You're growing into the weight now. What difference do we see? Because I would imagine you're going to keep going up in the weights.
We're gonna see. Like I said, I think this is a better fight. I think that Edwin is a better fighter than Frank. I think that the media made Frank this big fight for me because of the fact that he have Errol Spence behind him. But truth be told, I think that Edwin is a lot better fighter, and we're gonna see the best version of me.
I would imagine this is kind of nicely building into a Navarrete fight with him being on the card. Is that the plan after this fight, to go into a Navarrete fight?
I don't know top rank plan. I can't tell you. That's more so a top rank question. But I'm willing to fight anybody. So honestly, they made it a double header, put him on my card. So if that's gonna happen, I'm down with it.
Well, I think it's like writing's kind of on the wall. Like, why else would they put him on the card with you? And we've been bringing up your name to him, and he's been like, yeah, I like that fight too.
Yeah. Well, then let's make it happen after this fight. But we both got to handle business first. We both got tough fighters in front of us. Conceição is a tough fighter for him, and Edwin is a tough fighter for me. So we got to handle business first, and then after that we can make it happen.
For you personally, how long do you want to stay at 135, and how soon do you see yourself moving up to 140? Because we're seeing Teo now at 140, Ryan now at 140, Regis is at 140, Devin's trying out 140. It's looking like all the guys at 135 are now at 140, and that's going to become the big fight money division.
I hear it, but like I said, when I came to 135, when they say 135 was the best division in boxing, now that I'm here, we talking about 140. I'm cool off that. I'm going to handle my business at 135, and I'm going to keep conquering every weight class that I go to. So, honestly speaking, I can't sit there and talk about the 140 division. I'm not there. Let's see how that go.
I would imagine you're thinking, though, every time I move to a division, they all move up.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but I will say they did say 135 was the best division in boxing when I got here. I get here, now we're hearing everybody talk about 140, and I disagree with that. I think that 135 still is the best division in boxing. I think that the two best fighters is at 135 when it come down to it.
Who are those two? You and who else?
Tank.
Not Devin, if he comes back down.
I mean, Tank is clearly a better fighter than him.
With Showtime seemingly coming to an end, I asked Bob, hey, would a fight between you and Tank now be a lot easier? And he'd be like, well, yeah, it's us in Matchroom DAZN, and Shakur's with us with ESPN. We have the money. We can make that fight. Coming into this now, are you confident that in the next year or so you could get that Tank fight?
Like I said, it's all on him. He's the pay-per-view superstar. He putting all the asses in the seats on his end. I put the asses in seats on my end too. So let's see. Let's find out. Whenever he make that call, I'll be ready.
How do you guys match up? Just me thinking about it. Like, I know you have a lot of natural advantages over him, but how would you guys match up? Because I know a big thing with Tank is his power, and he has sneaky ring IQ as well.
And I think it'll be a chess match. I think it'll be a boxing match. People talk about his power. His power is great. You can clearly tell that he's cracking. But a lot of them times he like catching fighters coming in. So we'll have to see. I'm great at my distance. I'm great at controlling the distance. So we'll see.
And he hasn't faced really a lot of southpaws consistently as well, so I know when a southpaw faces southpaw, it's kind of tricky. Last two things, because I know everybody wants to see you work out, Shakur. One is, have you had a chance to speak to Terrence and Bomac, and how is all that situation? Because I know a lot of us want to see him back over here in the States and able to train Terrence and be around all you guys again.
Nah, I ain't have no chance to speak to Bo Mac. I ain't talked to Bo Mac, but free Bo Mac. Definitely praying that his situation get better. Praying that everybody around him is okay and not feeling too down from the situation. And honestly, I think that it is gonna get better.
And my last thing, just me reading. I know you are part Puerto Rican. Have you had a chance to learn any Spanish words? And if so, what are your favorite Spanish words to say, or what are some like the fastest words you went to go learn in Spanish?
Cállate la boca.
What other ones?
Shit. Siéntate. I know a couple.
Yeah, you know the bad ones too.
I know, what is it, Mama Bicho? Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Y'all gonna make me look bad.
Hey, man, but keep learning Spanish, bro, because that's only going to heighten up your money, your earning potential, man. So that's good to keep learning with that. But Shakur, man, thank you. It's good chatting with you as always. This man right here returning to the ring coming up. This is Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV.